She's someone.
So when you were in high school, did you take fashion classes and that kind of thing?
But I did. I was a model.
You were a model, and who did you model for?
LA models.
LA models,
Yes.
and what kind of things did they model? Was it? Was it lingerie?
Clothes.
It was clothes.
I used to do ramp modeling.
Ramp modeling. What is ramp modeling?
Where you walk up and down a ramp.
Oh, so it's different than runway. It's
at the time it was called ramp.
Okay, so
ramp modeling, runway.
Okay.
But no, this was more of a ramp, not a runway for me. I'm too old.
So you ramped it up instead of runway.
Ramped, yeah.
And about when was this going on? Who was president at the time?
Oh God. It was like 20 years ago, I guess.
Okay, so
years ago.
okay,
So I don't know who was
great.
president 20
So
years
that
ago.
was in the
Maybe this guy knows.
the first Bush administration.
Maybe.
Yeah, Reagan. So you were
Reagan. There we go.
Okay. You were a Reagan era model.
And I voted for him too.
And you voted for him.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm a Republican model.
You're a Republican model.
And now I have a niece she's a model.
So did you vote for Sarah Palin last time?
I voted for what am I thinking about?
I don't know. It's hard
My
to.
mind is gone now.
Well,
McCain. Palin, yes, I did.
Okay, so you supported Sarah Palin. Well, good.
I don't believe I'm pretty much an independent.
Well, me too. I've always been independent.
Very pro-abortion.
Well,
very pro, and that's not a Republican statement. That's not a.
It is these days. There's no
statement.
The Republican Party hardly exists any longer. They have not formulated their new philosophy yet.
Yeah.
But there will be a leader one day, and it's going to be sometime. I supported Mitt Romney. I thought he would have been the best of all of them by far.
Sure. Yeah, anybody but
who we got?
Anybody but Bush, even though I voted for him even second time office, you know.
Well, he was up against Kerry, and Kerry was a pretty pathetic candidate. Matter of fact, I think Bush pulled levers in order to get Kerry up there.
Yeah, you notice that a lot of the people that voted him first term voted for him second term, you know, and then people are like, how could you vote for him the second time? Me? You know, how many people, that's why he won, you know, but they said it wasn't, that's the guy that was just here, John. The famous hairdresser to the stars.
Wow.
That was just here, but, yeah. So I did modeling for a while, not for very long.
And was it enjoyable work?
Yeah, my niece is a Ford model, so.
Your niece is a Ford model?
Yeah,
and that means
gorgeous.
And that means she models Fords?
She models clothes all over the world.
Well, that must be a lot of fun. So what else did you do in your career besides sell hats and model?
I was a police officer for 22 years, LAPD.
You were LAPD, and where was your beat?
West Valley Division.
West Valley Division. Oh, that's a tough place. So you were doing vice back then?
No, I was working patrol.
Ah,
I was working patrol 22 years.
Well, that's a long time.
Undercover vice sometimes.
So,
yes, I did.
So what? Oh, so you did. What was the most interesting case that you did undercover? Did you ever have an interesting case undercover? So you were deep undercover. What was your cover story?
Prostitution.
So you pretended to be
a prostitute, yes.
I see. And did you have, as a prostitute, did you have a whole story that went with why you were a prostitute? Because I assume they all have.
I sat on a bus bench. They had me taped, and I sat on a bench, and men would come along, and in order for it not to be entrapment, I'd say, you know, what is it that you need? And they'd say, you know, are you a prostitute? And I'd say, well, what do you mean? You know, what is it that you want? You know, and as soon as they mentioned any amount of money, then they were arrested, because if they had to mention the money, they would ask me what I would do for $50, and then we had you nailed.
Well, weren't there Johns equally capable of playing the little game?
Yeah, a lot of them aren't as smart. If you're a good actress, they don't know, especially when you're sitting on a bench, a bus bench. So,
but were there some that was obviously you knew what they wanted, but they would not cross that line because they knew where the line was? They all crossed the line.
They all crossed the line. And I was a good actress. They all crossed the line, seriously.
So who was your favorite actress?
Who is?
Well, my favorite actor is Jeremy Irons.
My favorite actress.
Yeah, of all time, living, dead, imaginary.
I love Natalie Wood.
Natalie
because
Wood.
That's my last name, and I'm going to name my puppy Natalie Wood.
Your puppy is named. What kind of a puppy do you have?
Terrier. She's a little terrier mix.
A terrier.
Her name's Natalie.
And
Wood.
how old is your terrier?
10 months.
She's 10 months.
Her name's Natalie Summer Wood.
Natalie Summer Wood.
Because I got her in the summer. She was born July 9th.
And so why did you choose that person to name your actress?
Because I love Natalie Wood.
Uh-huh.
And my last name is Wood.
Okay.
And I just thought it'd be cute.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I just lost a niece named Neely, and it's spelled N-E-I-L-E-E.
You lost a niece?
Yeah, 2 years ago, and her name was Neely, and she was beautiful, and she...
So you had a niece who was a young woman who recently died?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes.
How did she die?
An accidental overdose of morphine. Doctor prescribed. Yeah.
So she was like in a hospital, and
yes.
she...
Yes.
Wow, that's a terrible thing.
Her name is spelled N-E-I-L-E-E, so my dog Natalie isn't spelled normal like Natalie Wood. It's N-A-T-A-L-E-E like
as
Neely.
A tribute to her.
Yeah, my niece, yeah. And my niece was also born July 9th, and my puppy was born July 9th.
Then I
and
guess
my last name is Wood. So.
You had no choice. All the planets lined up. It was pretty obvious.
So,
great.
But I'm doing the hats now because I love hats.
Thanks. Okay.
I wear hats everywhere.
Okay.
I wear them everywhere, and everybody asks me, "Where'd you get your hat?" And now I can say I sell them, But before I wouldn't know where the hell to get them. I'd say, "Oh, I got it at a swap meet," or "I got it," But now at least I know where I.